Hey guys, it's Taylor. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a college Q&A video because a lot of people have been commenting on my YouTube page, asking me questions, and then they're also like Snapchatting me and tweeting me. So I'm just going to answer all those questions for you guys, and hopefully I got most of them. But I'm just going to hop right into it because there's a couple questions and I don't want this video to be too long. I have the questions on my phone, I just screenshotted them. The first question is from Danielle, and she asked, what do you like best about Temple, and where do you recommend to dorm for your freshman year? I don't have like a specific one thing I like about Temple because I honestly love everything about Temple. The three things in no order that I like best about Temple is it's very diverse. I love the diversity of the school. I love the location of the school, and I like my actual school, which is like the Fox School of Business. It's a really good school and program and everything. The next thing that she asked was, where do you recommend to dorm for your freshman year? I don't have like a specific recommendation because it's all about like your specific preference. Like there's different styles. There's a communal style, like the traditional style dorm. You just have a room and then one other roommate. But then where I lived, Morgan Hall, that's like the suite style dorms. It's basically like an apartment. It all comes down to like what you want. I personally loved Morgan. And I know that my friend, she lived in Johnson and Hardwick, so I've been to her room before, and like she loved Johnson and Hardwick. So it just depends on like what you want, like how much it is. Like, do you want communal style or suite style? And I loved Morgan. Like, if you can live in Morgan, live in Morgan. So the next question is from Baker, I think it is, but it says, hey Taylor, I love your vids. I have a question about college. Do you feel Temple is a hard school to get into? And also, how often do you find time to make it into the city? Love your vids. Thank you so much. I think I don't think it's too hard, and I can't really say for like you guys how hard it's gonna be because I don't know, because when I got accepted, it wasn't as hard, but I know that they are making it harder to get into, so just keep that in mind and keep your grades up. If you really want to go here, then like try your hardest, and you could like potentially get scholarship money and try hard in school, and you should be okay. But I've heard of like people who've gotten deferred from Temple. Okay, and then the second part of her question was, how often do you find time to make it into the city? I found that I went to the city a lot during the school year. Like just whenever you have free time and you don't want to be on campus, like, it's just such a short subway ride into the city, and you can go to restaurants, you can go to stores, like you can explore different parts of Philly, like you can go hiking, like there's just so much to do. And that's like something I love about Temple, is that the location of the school being so close to the city, it's really great because you can do a lot of things. I really recommend you guys like take advantage of going into the city. Hannah asked me, what is your favorite part about Temple and living in the city? I kind of already answered that question, but I'll just go over it again, just add to it. So another favorite part about Temple that I love is like the community that we're in, like Temple as a whole. You just feel all the Temple pride, like whenever you go to games, like football games, like everybody's chanting Temple stuff, and then they're just like, I love Temple, and like you can feel it, and it just feels really good to be in a school that like everybody is just so proud to be at. Somebody asked, what are you majoring in? Right now I'm majoring in business management because I didn't really know what field of business I wanted to go into. In the business school, you have to take classes in every single major. Like I had to take a management class, I had to take an economics class, I'm gonna have to take an accounting, a marketing, and risk management, and blah blah blah. So it's a really good way to feel what you like and what you enjoy. But for me right now in business management, I plan to switch to either like marketing or supply chain management or entrepreneurship. I'm really not sure which one I want to go to yet, but those are the three that I'm thinking about. So Pancake Angel Chan said, hey, love your videos. It's helping me a lot with what I should expect when going to Temple this fall. Could you do a video about orientation and what to expect on the first week for freshmen? Okay, so orientation is just like getting a feel of Temple. Like you go into your orientation groups and then you guys do icebreakers, and it's kind of awkward at first. Also during orientation you pick your classes, and what else do you do? Oh, you do sleep over. Like, you sleep over one night, and then that night they have like a little party in the basement. So it's a good way to get to know other people and just talk to everybody and like, oh, like, what are you majoring? Like, literally, these are the exact questions like you get asked all the time. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? And what are you majoring in? So just be open to everybody and don't be like standoffish or something like that. Just like be really friendly and let people get to know you, get to know other people. What to expect the first week for freshmen. So usually the first week people call it syllabus week, and basically you just go to all of your classes, hand out the syllabus, they tell you what you're going to be doing over the course of the semester. Sometimes teachers like start right away, but usually they tell you like, oh, these are the books you need, these are when the tests are, these are the projects, like everything's laid out and given to you up front so that you just know like when everything's due, when the tests are, all this stuff. So that's what to expect the first week. It's not a hard week at all. When freshmen move into campus, they move in before everybody else. So you guys have a time to like explore the campus and like figure out where your classes are. That's what I did. They have like this huge like club thing where all the clubs come out and you get to see like all the clubs on campus, and if you have interest in them. My next question is from Olivia. Do you love me or not? That's my little sister. She wanted a shout out in my video, so I'm gonna give it to you, and yes, I love you. She's always on my Snapchat, so if you follow me on Snapchat, you've seen her before. She's a little crazy person. So the next question is, what was one of your other college options when you were applying? I got into all the schools that I applied to, so I didn't apply to a lot of schools. At the time, I really didn't know where I wanted to go or like what I wanted to do, so I applied to University of Delaware, University of Scranton, Duquesne University, and Temple, and then one other school, but I don't remember what it was. I kind of liked every school that I applied to except for University of Scranton. I didn't like that school. I just didn't get like a vibe. I don't know, when you go onto a campus, you either like click with it or you don't, and I didn't at all. It's funny that I went to Temple because I was so against going to Temple, so against applying to Temple, because literally half of my family went to Temple, and like my mom and dad and uncles and everybody just went to Temple, and my mom was like, you're gonna apply and you're gonna go visit, and I was like, no, I don't want to go there like at all. But then she forced me to pick a date to go visit, so then I visited, and I like the moment I stepped on campus and like they were showing us around and they were doing like all the speeches and everything, I was like, oh yeah, this is the school I'm going to. Right away, I could just feel like that's where I was meant to go. Okay, so Caitlin asks, you have made me really want to look at Temple as a future college, but I'm too far away to visit just yet. Could you do a video telling us about your experience at school? My experience at Temple, like from the get-go, I loved Temple. It's so much different than high school. Like all of my high school experience, they definitely like babied us, and they were like, oh, like you have to hand in this project, like don't forget, and like don't forget to study and blah blah blah. But in college, professors literally just give you the syllabus, they have everything on it, and you have to remember to study yourself. So it's just a lot of time management skills, and that's like a big thing you need to work on from your transition into college. I made such good friends my freshman year. Like it's insane how much I love my friends in college. Like we just went on a trip to Wildwood and it was just so fun. Okay, my camera stopped and I don't know when it stopped or where it stopped, but I'm still on the question of your experience at college. I think a big factor in you having a good time in college is just like surrounding yourself with people that you enjoy to be around. Like I don't like surrounding myself with negative energy and like negative people, because that just like brings me down and stuff. So if you find like a good group of people that support you and like a good group of people that you can study with and like all that stuff, like that really helps your college experience so much. It's a really big factor in how your college experience is going to play out. So I overall had a great college experience. I definitely want to like try harder in all my classes because they're getting harder. Can you talk about the party scene at Temple? Okay, so the party scene at Temple, it's like you can go to a frat party or you can go to a house party. So those are 2 main things that people go to. You can also throw your own like dorm parties. Like there were dorm parties in my dorm because we had bigger space and like people could fit in it and stuff. So there's that. Yeah, apartments, people have apartments. My friends had an apartment, so we would go there. And then like when you're of age, you can go to the bars, which people do. So that's like the main things people do. They go to bars, house parties, or frat parties. Are there sororities at Temple? And if so, why didn't you join one? There are sororities at Temple. I have friends who are in the sororities. I personally just don't have any interest in joining a sorority. That's just my preference. Like I've never wanted to join a sorority, or like even when I got into college, like I never thought about joining a sorority. Like that's just not my thing. And I think also a big part of my decision making at joining a sorority is that like at Temple it's not like you have to join a sorority to like do things. Like I feel like that's more like down south. Like if I went to a school down south, I'd probably join a sorority, but at Temple it's really not a big deal if you're not in a sorority. You are like, if you do want to join one, go for it. Athena asked, I'm going to Temple this fall and it'd be great if you could talk to me about what to expect and advice on housing and campus activities. Okay, so housing, it's like a first come first serve kind of deal. Like put in your housing deposit as soon as you find out that you're accepted to Temple or like you want to go to Temple. Put in your housing deposit because then you have more chance to get the specific dorm you want. Like Temple allows us to pick what dorm we want and what room we're getting. Like they let us pick all of that. And how it works is that release a bunch of like rooms at certain periods. So like they'll release like a certain number of rooms in the dorms and then you can go and select your dorm, and then sometimes they like are all taken, but don't be worried because then they like release another batch of rooms that people can go and take. So you have to be like on top of it because sadly they don't offer freshmen automatically get a spot in the dorm because they only have a limited number of dorms, and now that people want to live on campus and more people want to go here, they like don't have enough rooms for everybody to take. So that's kind of the sucky part about it, because I had friends who've had to like get places off campus. There's a bunch of like off campus housing that's right on campus. So if you don't find a place on campus, then there are options that you could do off campus. So those are all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. If I didn't get to answer your question, leave a comment down below and I will try to get to it. But I hope you guys thought this video was helpful. For those of you guys who are looking at Temple or like you're gonna go to Temple next year, I hope this video was super helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias. They'll be linked down below. Thank you for all of the love and support you guys have given me. I always get a bunch of comments and they're just so sweet and I appreciate it so much. So thank you guys. I always see those comments just to let you know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video and thanks for watching. Bye!